Area 2 seconds everywhere don burst. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, e don finally happen, and this one now dey happen live and direct this evening. The way I dey talk una now, they said that there is fire on the mountain. They say water does pass garri. If you know that you are from this country called Nigeria, this particular video, pay attention to this video and also share the video so that you can save life. Share the video so that other Nigerians out there will also see this video. Before I will leave this video to play, I wan use this minute or this seconds take beg President Tinubu say make this man make he tackle the issue wey we dey face for this country. We never fight corruption finish for this country. This man say he wan go Niger go fight corruption, and if you are not yet see this video, just watch the video and you will understand more better what I'm trying to explain, and I'll be right back.
The question is, what are the potential risks and benefits of Nigeria taking a lead role in resolving the crisis in Niger?
Well, I don't think any benefit can be seen in the coming period. There can be any benefit we can point to or refer to at any at this point in time. And when I say this, Nigeria was in Liberia with ECOMOG, and the budget of the statistics that regime announced to us as the huge wealth that we lost, fighting to defend, to bring an end to that civil war. Of course, the death of a Samuel Doe, was possible on the basis of even using the ECOMOG, by Johnson. It's clear, it's there. Even when we return back, to the UNO intervention in Congo that mobilized various soldiers and Nigerian soldiers to intervene in Congo, that resulted into the crisis and the killing and death of Patrice Lumumba. We must not forget that part of African history. A new wave of radicalization, emerged from those interactions. To send Nigerian soldiers to Niger Republic again too, it is not going to be a just shooting and killing exercise. There will be fraternal reaction. Nigerians rank and file soldiers will get to see the conditions of Nigerians and the reason why they think that what is happening should not be happening to them, and that in itself will also have a huge influence on them in returning back to Nigeria. And I think if that happens, it's going to be one positive influence. I use the word one positive influence from the point of view that Nigerians are extremely, not just Nigerians, Malians and the majority of Burkina Faso are hungered to the Islamic insurgents that is taking over the whole of their country. And we must tell the Tinubu regime that a fire is burning in its own backyard. The Nigerian military needs to be repositioned. But like we also pointed out, in reposition, the Nigerian military does not resolve all of this issue, because this question of insurgency, whether Islamic fundamentalism or guerrilla insurgency in any part of the Africa continent, is first and foremost a question of the failure of the ruling class to develop the means of production. So we must identify that capitalism, the private monopoly, domination of the wealth of Africa by few Africans, serving as agents for imperialism, Western imperialism, now represented by US, Britain, France, Germany, these are the crises. But like we have also pointed out, some new imperialists are now on the block. China is on the block. Russia is seeing this ongoing conflict again as another opportunity to extend its own frontiers, role and influence in Africa. And all of these new friends of Africans are not friends of Africans. Whether you call it China or whether you call it the Wagner group, the Wagner mercenary group. If Nigerians don't know, and this is the point we must tell all of those dancing on the street, even flying the Russian flag, calling for the Wagner group to come in. These people are cash and carry gunmen who again, are coming to West Africa on the basis of the wealth and resources in West Africa. Their interest is also in those wealth, how they could tap into these raw materials to benefit their own existence ultimately. So we must point out that we are opposed to this war. We should call on the trade unions, not just in Nigeria, in West Africa, in the whole of Africa, to come forward, because it is working people that are going to be shot, that are going to be killed on the basis of this war, on a war to defend bourgeois democracy. That bourgeois democracy, since the decolonization of the African continent, its scorecard remains extremely very, very low, below 10%, on the basis of its failure to provide for the welfare and well-being of its own inhabitants. Africa is one of the continents that has the highest numbers of its inhabitants outside of its own continent, on the basis of the failure of the ruling class to provide basic necessities for its people. Electricity is not 24 hours round. We have seen the challenges we also have with even all of the modern facets of technology. Health, Nigeria, the whole of Africa still combats and battles malaria. And at every point in time when any leader emerges who takes the side of the mass of the working people, imperialism, whether in form of French imperialism or US imperialism, they come all out against such persons. One of the hangers against all of these persons in the whole of in Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea is that there are French troops in all of these areas. It has practically not done anything in strengthening the hold of all of these states against the Islamic fundamentalist insurgents. And the reason for this is simple. French imperialism benefits from the crisis of war situation in all of these areas. It allows it more, to take all of these resources without being questioned. And it is this question that is now being posed against it in Burkina Faso, in Mali, and as well as in Guinea. And of course, in Mali, the troops have been sent packing. And in Niger, where they have 1,005 troops on ground, we have pointed out that Macron has already warned that if their interest is what is affected, they will deal drastically with the coup plotters. But they are now hiding behind the Tinubu regime in terms of the threat they issue to the coup plotters.
Now, let's look at, still on Nigeria's lead role as far as this issues or crisis is concerned, and considering Nigeria's own internal security concerns. In recent time, we've seen an uptick in security challenges, a resumption in the brief law with regards to the security challenges Nigerians are facing. For example, we have reports of unabated killings in Kaduna, Benue, Plateau, Zamfara. And considering all of these, internal security challenges and the need for Nigeria to focus on its own domestic stability, what factors should be taken into account when assessing Nigeria's involvement in the Niger situation?
I think the very first factor that should be pointed out is that it will undermine its own ability to be able to take on the question of insecurity in Nigeria. And of course, it's clear that the Tinubu regime has started on a very wrong foot by making life more difficult for the mass of the people in Nigeria. The increment of the pump price of fuel, from less than 200 naira first to 520 and now to 600 plus. And let's ask ourselves, what subsidy existed when the pump price of fuel was moved from 520 to what? To 670. To 600 plus. Because the subsidy has been used, as an excuse. The Tinubu regime has announced to us that 1 trillion naira has been saved. The labor leaders pointed out that no such statistics exist anywhere at the end of the day. Because as we speak, all the question of palliatives that the Tinubu regime has promised, there is no concrete thing that is on ground. The only concrete thing that they offered was an 8,000 naira. Of course, when Nigerians screamed that would be rejected, the package was withdrawn again. We are heading, this is over 70 days that this regime has been in power. We are heading to a third month. So the suffering has increased for Nigeria. And this suffering will further worsen the state of insecurity, not just in the north.
Thank you for watching that video. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time on this great platform, please look at the top here. You will see where they wrote follow. Just follow the page and also put on the notification bell so that whenever we upload any video in this great platform, you'll be the first to see it. And don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section. drop your comment, because that your comment dey important to this great platform, so that we go know wetin you think about this video, your reaction, your opinion, whether you dey okay with the video or you no dey okay, or you get anything wey you wan contribute say make we change for this platform, anything at all, you fit drop your comment so that we go fit reply you. Or if you get anything wey you wan advertise, like you wan carry your things come here, or you want make we carry your product come this place, come showcase, come show your product, so that people go patronize you, so that people go support you. You can also write us on our message, just write us there, because we dey do advert for this platform as well, so not the way we no dey do. So if you get anything wey dey important, wey be like say you want make we help you carry come here, just send the message, give us for our messenger, and we go reply you. And try make you share this video, just dey share the video, so that everybody out there will also see this video, so that they'll see know wetin we dey do for here, say this kind of things dey exist for this great platform. And this is where I will also end the video. So if you have anything to tell us, just drop the message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. My country people, get the way pikin dey big reach, dey big pass the parents. So na as e finish, na make good money turn to half.